Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my dear students. Okay, kumusta kayo dyan? Kumusta ang lahat? Betin na natin yung mga comments dito sa Facebook. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Magandang umaga po. Okay. Double lecture po ba ngayon? I posted kanina, no? That we'll be having double lecture today, no? The reason for it is because we only have 2 weeks left, no? Anyway, today's discussion, especially sa engineering economics, will be just ano naman, basic, no? Like parang i-recall lang natin yung mga basic topics sa basic formulas, no? And sample problems sa engineering economics such as simple and compounded interest. Okay? And later, we could have yung mga medyo mahirap na topic. Okay? And I'll be starting this morning's discussion with continuation, no? Of dynamics topic natin or discussion natin last week. Last week we're not able to discuss conservation of momentum, no? So I think okay lang if we could have a little bit example, no? Of it. Okay? Conservation of momentum and also yung ano pala, ideal angle of banking. Ganun din, no? Okay? And yung ipapakita ko, no, ang mga problems are mga past board. Okay? Past board exam problem. Okay? And set up ko muna yung math card ko dito. Math card solution. Yan. Okay. So, shall we start na ba? How about dito sa Padlet ba? Past board exam problems. Congrats, sir. Thank you. Sir, makasamot di ay kagwapo basta engage na. Congrats, sir. Sana all engage. Propose reveal. Ay, may mga videos lang I think no sa timeline namin. Motivated ayo si Sir mag-double classroom kay engage naman. Ano sa theme song ninyo sa kasal ninyo po sir? Wala. We're about to talk about it pa. No, but so far ang nasabutan pa namo kay Budots. Oh, sayo mo din na. Anyway, start na tayo. How many viewers are there na? 310 viewers. So, start na. Oh, paano mo ni Sir Duaso, sir? Well, my fiance, charot. um, actually, cousin sila. And not actually cousin, yung lolo kasi ng fiance ko, no? Um, parang cousin niya yung dad ni Chrysler, no? So bali parang ano niya si Chris, parang uncle, parang second degree ba 'yan, no? Na uncle. Okay, sige. Wait sa ha. So, start tayo. So I want to start today's discussion with this ano problem. PowerPoint. Let me change the PowerPoint. Ito. This one came out. That's board exam. Okay, way back 2017. A propeller with a radius of 1.2 meters is rotating at 1,400 revolutions per minute. Okay, what is the linear velocity in meters per minute for a point on the tip of the propeller? Okay, so ito muna yung problem natin. Okay, di ba? Yung solution nito is that V is equal to omega times R. Now, ganito lang. Okay? V is equal to omega. V is the linear velocity, no? And omega is the angular speed. Okay? Angular speed. So that is equal to 1,400 revolution per minute. We just have to multiply the omega by R. No, but we have to make this unit converted into radians. Now, so we have to multiply this by what? Kailan 2 pi, no? 2 pi radians per 1 revolution. Okay? And that will become equal to what? 8796.46 no 0.459 radians per minute. No need to make that in second kasi or ask to find the linear meter man. I mean linear velocity in meters. No? So, diretso lang. V is equal to this 8,796.459 times times 1.2 meters. Okay, yan yung radius niya. So, the result nito is cancel lang yung radian, parang maging unitless yan, no? It'll become, what? 10,555.75 meters per minute. Yan yung linear velocity of a propeller. Okay? Why am I discussing this right now? Uy, sorry, wala na ako napakita ang matcad. What's the matter with me? Sir, stop the car. We, matcad rebel, we. Okay, so sorry about that. So, basic lang, no? Basic lang. So, if from the top, again, V is equal to omega R, and first, I converted revolutions to radians, no, by multiplying it by 2 pi, no? Kasi yan dapat yung unit, no? If we're to multiply it with R, no? Kasi radian is like considered unitless siya, no? Parang maging unitless siya. So, 10,555.75. Na yan yung linear velocity. Well, why am I discussing this? No? Kasi we'll be having problems involving rotational motion and its centrifugal force. No? Its centrifugal force. Say, next question. Okay, also a past board exam problem. Kini siya. Kini. A 150-gram ball at the end of a string is revolving uniformly in a horizontal circle of radius 0.6 meter. No? The ball makes 2 revolutions of in a second. What is its centripetal acceleration? Okay, centripetal. We have discussed this already, no? Last time. Pero let me recall it muna by solving this past board exam problem. Okay? Yung centripetal acceleration is the acceleration towards the center of curvature, no? Of a moving object. Okay? Center of curvature of the path of the moving object. and the magnitude of the centrifugal force is equal yan to omega squared, okay, times R. Okay? Or, pwede rin that we're gonna use V squared over GR. No? I mean, V squared over R. No? Bali, if we're gonna make omega, I mean, yeah, omega change to VR. No? Um, omega is again VR. So, maderive. No? Maderive natin yan. Okay, tama ba ako? Omega squared. Um, V being omega R. So, omega is a V over R. So, tama nga, no? The centrifugal acceleration. Ano siya? So, here, the given is omega. Okay? The omega is equal to 0.6 meter. Ano, no? Equal to 2 revolution per second. Okay? So, again, we have to convert this in radians, no? So 2 pi radian per 1 revolution. No? So it becomes now 28.956 k radian. Or pwede nga that you're gonna make it 4 pi. Am I correct? No, 4 pi radian per second. Sabi, baka, uy, 1 revolution is 2 pi. Okay, so, ano siya? So, its centripetal acceleration is equal to this, okay, squared, okay, times the radius r. The radius r is 0.6 meter. Okay, and that gives us this, no? 3740.525. Why is it parang parang mali? What's happening here? Teka lang ha, parang may kasi. Parang may mali talaga. Okay, I forgot to include the the unit revolution. Okay, so it should be 12.566. Okay? So, that's it, no? Yan yung centripetal acceleration. Now, suppose we're asked to find the centrifugal force, no? Say in your board exam, ang question is what is the centrifugal force? Centrifugal force, okay, of the ball uh, with this angular speed. Okay? Well, yung centrifugal force is equally yan to the reverse effective force. Okay? Parang ganito ba? Diba, remember guys that if an object is moving in a circular path, okay, say na circular path, na siya centripetal acceleration, no? The centripetal acceleration, just give me a second, kasi ito yung moving object, and this is its path. No, kana siya. Okay? So say it moves at a certain angular speed, okay? At yung angular speed niya is omega, no? So it would have a okay, ito yung angular speed niya, omega na siya. So meron siyang centripetal acceleration, and that acceleration is acting towards the center, no? Towards the center yung pag-act ng centrifugal force. Right? I mean yung centripetal acceleration. So if there is an acceleration towards the center, there should be a centrifugal force. No? Na dapat na yung centrifugal force. Usama na siya centrifugal force, sir. Okay, the centrifugal force is like the reverse effective force for this rotating object, no? And it points towards the opposite direction. Okay? Yung denotation niyan is CF. no? Centrifugal force. And of course, it's equal to mass times acceleration. The acceleration is the centripetal acceleration. So, pwede, we're gonna multiply this by the mass times the solved centripetal acceleration. The mass is 150 grams, or that is 0.15 kilogram. No? Dapat naka-kilogram ni siya. And ito, meters per second squared, in order for us to have a result in uh, newtons. No? So if I'm gonna make this in kg, no, the result is Newton, 14.211 Newton. Yan yung centrifugal force. Okay? Also now, the acceleration can also be solved using this formula. Okay, if you already got the V, no? But since omega, yung given, so eto, is squared siya 10 times R. Okay? So, mo na siya ang centrifugal force. Now, let's say, the question dito is, what is the tension uh, on the string? No? Tension uh, in the string. Okay? So, pila daw ang tension as a spring, no? You say, the ball is at the end of a string, no? So, there is supposedly, ini siyang string attached, no? To the center. So, yung siya center kana isa ha. Basically this. Yan. So, siyang string, no? So, dapat the magnitude of this string must be equal to uh, ano, the centrifugal force. Kasi this is revolved horizontally. Okay? This is revolved horizontally, no? Imagine, yung rotation is yung ganyan. Hindi pa ganyan. Hindi pa ganyan, no? But, ganyan, yung pag-ikot niya. Nabali, yung nakikita natin sa figure dito is the top view, no? Top view niya siya. Okay, so, again, the tension of the string, no? In the string or of the string dapat, no? The tension must be equal to the centrifugal force. And that is 14.211 newtons. Sir, ano difference ng centripetal sa CF? Centripetal is term siya towards the center, no? Acceleration towards the center. Centrifugal force is the force, no? That acts away from the center, no? Okay, butangan o problem 1. So this was the problem 1, no? Yung password niya siya. Okay, then eto, problem 2. Then additional problem of number 2. So 2B, 2A, no? And eto 2C na hindi ko na-include sa question. Okay? So, kana siya. Okay. There's a question dito. Always equal ang CF o tension, sir? For this case, horizontal man. But if hindi, no? If hindi siya perfectly horizontal, let's say vertical, no? Then maging different na, no? Example, what do you mean hindi visible solution mo? Kanina to, no? Say ito yung question. Next slide. Na. Okay? A point 0.15 kilogram ball on the end of a 1.1 meter long cord with negligible mass is swung in a vertical circle. So vertical na, di ba? Kinina, it was horizontal. There are two questions dito. The first one, determine the minimum speed the ball must have at the top of its arc so that the ball continues moving in a circle. Okay? Then calculate the tension in the cord at the bottom of the arc, assuming the ball is moving at twice the speed of part A. Okay, so let's solve this one. Okay, paano? Ito muna. Adjust ko muna yung size nito para makadrawing ta. Okay, so there's a ball no attached to the spring. So let's say pwede natin kopyahin yung drawing kanina, no? Say kini siya. Just give me a sec, ha. Saan to? Ano? Ito, yung umot. Wait muna ha. Please guys. Iniungot ang ako ang okay. So muna no. Okay, but here we are asked to find the minimum speed of the ball at the top of its arc. So vertical na ito ha. Okay, vertical. So take note for this, mag-involve na yung tension, no? Ay mag-involve na yung weight. Okay, so ito yung cord again, yung black dyan, no? Ito yung ball. So ilan dapat yung velocity, no? Ilan dapat yung velocity nito? At the top, minimum speed of the ball. No? So, it's the V. Okay? The moment it's andito, we're asked to find the V. No? Now, to get the V, minimum yan, minimum, para maging circular yung path niya. Kasi if hindi enough yung velocity, what would happen guys? If imagine, no? Or try to ano, sa inyo ha, diyan, no? If merong string at merong ball attached to a string or any object attached to a string, if you would try to revolve it vertically, no? If hindi malakas or mabilis yung rotation mo, it won't move in a perfectly circular path. Okay? It won't move circular path kasi the tension would pero ang tension niya I mean yung cord niya would become like this. Okay? If hindi mabilis siya, maging ganito yung tension ay. Give me a sec. Ganito. Uy, wait. Bakit naman yan? Imagine this, ha? Say, okay. Ipa-plane sign ako. Okay. So, ito yung magiging path of the object, no? If you won't increase the speed niya. Like, ito yung mangyayari sa spring, no? Bali yung path niya, instead of this, maging ganito. Maybe maging ganyan. Okay? Gets ninyo, no? Maybe yan yung magiging path ng string. I mean, ball, no? If you wouldn't rotate it fast. Okay? So dapat merong tension, no? In order for this to have to move in a circular manner, okay? Dapat merong tension yung cord kasi if it doesn't have, no? If walang tension, then magiging ganito, no? Look at the second figure. Okay? So in order for it to have enough tension, uh, the centrifugal force dito must then be greater than, no, the centrifugal force must be greater than what? Must be greater than the force downward, no? So ito yung centrifugal force na siya. So yung equation na magawa natin, look at the math card is ito, no? Dapat the centrifugal force na must be greater than the total force downward. And the force downward is tension, no, plus weight. Okay? In order for this to have a tension ba, now dapat centrifugal force is uh, greater than the weight pala, no? Dapat the centrifugal force must be greater than the weight so that there is tension. Okay? Well, of course, CF is equal to T plus W. Ito yung ano dapat, yung equilibrium, T plus W, tension plus the weight, no, of the object. But in order for this T to not to be zero, dapat centrifugal force must be must be greater than the weight, no? Now, yung centrifugal force is again equal to MA, M times A sub C. Okay? So again, this must be greater than the W. Now, we know that the W is equal to mg. No? So M times A sub C must be greater than mg. Okay? So, dapat the centrifugal force, centripetal acceleration, must be greater than the gravitational acceleration. Now, the A sub C is V squared over R, correct? So that V squared over R must be greater than 9.81, no? Meters per second squared. Ano siya? Okay, so solving for V, yung V pala is equal to square root of RG, no? Dapat V is equal to square root of R times G. Okay, so, or square root of GR. Ayan, GR na. GR. Okay, so, solving for the minimum V, at the top, it's 9.821 times the radius na 0.15. I mean, 1.1. So, it won't matter pala kung ilan yung mass ng ball, no? In order for it to rotate, no, regardless of what's the weight of that, the velocity at the top must be equal to equal to square root of GR, no? And that's 3.289 meters per second for this radius, no? If the radius is different, mag-change. Pero if the mass is different, let's say instead of 0.15, maging 0.25 na, the velocity needed in order for it to move at this circular path must also be 3.285 with that same radius, no? Or length of cord. Ano? Right? Sunod. This is part A. Now, this is answer for part A. Now, part B, sabi niya, calculate the tension in the cord at the bottom of the arc, assuming the ball is moving at twice the speed na of part A. So, sa part B, yung ano natin, yung ball is already andito. Okay. And the centrifugal force must of course downward na, no? Downward na centrifugal force, tama? Okay, not anymore upward. No, like away na siya sa center. Now, we're asked to find the tension. Ilan daw yung tension sa cord? Now, so that if, I mean, ilan yung tension if the velocity here now is twice of the velocity or speed at the top. No, so bali yung velocity dito na at bottom, okay, I'm gonna make it v prime is equal to twice of v kanina, no, at the top, from the top. Yan. Okay. So, how to get the tension? Well, ganito, take note na naapa na yung weight, no? It weighs, I mean, its mass, it's equal to, uh, sila, it's equal to mg, no? So, to get the tension, ito yung pinapahanap, no? Yung tension niya, dapat detension, okay, must be equal to the sum of the weight and the centrifugal force. No, centrifugal force. Yung orange dyan is the centrifugal force. Okay, the weight is the black. So, yung weight is mg. Okay, then centrifugal force is uh, mv squared over r. Tama? No, but I'm gonna make this v prime. No? So, the tension is equal to mass 0.15 times 9.81 meters per second squared plus m plus 0.15, okay, then times v squared, the velocity uh, is equal to twice of this uh, 3.285. Kung ano siyang equal, ini siya is equal to twice of 3.285. Okay, and that is equal to 6.57, no? Squared over r. The radius is 1.10. Okay? So, the answer is 7.358. Okay, yan yung tension, no? In newtons. Ayos? Mura magtamod ang figure sa tamod. Paano daw kapag may mass ang string? Well, if there is, no, then meron ding magiging centrifugal force yung string, no, if merong mass, okay, and also include the mass, no. But most of the problems like this could give negligible mass for chords or string, no. So ayaw na lang na siya most of the time i-neglect na siya, okay, like in comparison with the object, no, attached, mas mabigat yung object compared to the to the string. So i-neglect na lang, no? Kaya siya. Bakit nga times 2 na yung velocity pag sa bottom? No, no, no. It's just given, no? In part B. Calculate the tension in the cord of the bottom of the arc, assuming that the ball is moving at twice the speed of part A. So that's the reason why times two. Wala kay sample demo sir like a ball at with a string presentation na live. Wala. Sir, unsa difference or timailahan sa mass or weight? Yung mass is yung ano in kilograms, no? Ah, parang ano kasi yan eh. Parang by quantity yan of the particles, no? Mass. Ang weight, yun yung ano, it depends upon the gravitational acceleration. The mass is equal to, weight is equal to mass times gravity. Another. Okay, another kay kini. Ito. How large must the coefficient of static friction be between the tires and the road if the car is to round a level curve at a radius of 85 meters at a speed of 95 kilometers per hour? Okay, so how large daw must the coefficient of static friction? No, so the car no is traveling around a circular path. They say, mo siya circular path, no? And this is the car. Ha? I-draw sa na tong car, be. Yes, rito. Sige na lang, no? So, muna siya ang car. Muna siya ang car. Tapula ng sir, So, muna, no? It travels around a circular path, no? But level yung curve, no? I mean, horizontally level siya. No, there is no banking. There is no inclination. Okay? So, ilan daw dapat yung uh, coefficient of static friction? Okay? Bakit static yan? I thought this is a moving object. Well, ganito yan, guys. Say, this is the ground road, no? Then, it moves in a circular path. I mean, it moves along a circular path, no? So, say, eto naman yung car. Yan. Then, nasa tires nga. Ini. So, man, siya, wala man. Naka-andam sin slides. Bitaw, na-busy ko, guys. Uh, Supposedly kasi, yung klase ko today is evening class sa face-to-face, no? But, uh, Sir Kano ninyo, really, asked if he could have ano, a whole day no class, no? Uh, Face-to-face man or online, no? So, that's why I had to, change the schedule and ako na lang yung discuss no, sa evening. Sa Monday face-to-face. Monday, online. Di ba, supposedly, iba yung schedule ngayon, no? Okay? Ito yung car. Na, unsa man na, eh. Sige lang, good. Okay. So, it moves horizontally, no? I mean, around a circular path, but on a horizontal road, no? Horizontal yung road. So, though this is moving, guys, take note, yung motion niya is along the circular path, no? But it must be prevented by the friction, no? And that friction must be a static friction. Static na siya dapat, no? Bakit static? Kasi there is a centrifugal force, no, as it moves. Ganito ay. So, pagkamihan sana na to, ha, no? So, muna siya ang car. Meron na yung centrifugal force na going away the direction. Uh, going away the ano. Saan eh? Punta man dito yung centrifugal force. Right? So, dapat yung magre-resist dito must be the friction, no? And hindi dapat kinetic yung friction. It must be static, no? Static siya. So, this must be equal to mu, no? Sub S times the weight, okay? Kung ano yung weight, no? Ng car, no? Kung ano yung weight ng car, yan yung gagamitin dyan. Okay? So, the weight is just, is what? How large must the coefficient of static friction be between the tires? Well, ito yung gawin natin, no? Let's apply that. Let's apply that equation. Like, equate natin. Equate natin yung centrifugal force, no? Para there is equilibrium, no? Horizontally dito. So, centrifugal force will be equal to this mu as static times weight. Okay? So, the centrifugal force is what? Diba? It's equal to m times centripetal acceleration. No? So, again, it's equal to mu w. Now, ang w may be written as mass times gravity. Yan. No? So, let's proceed. Ang makancel natin dito is m. No? So, this is times g. Right? So, the static friction must be equal to acceleration over g. No? And, di ba, acceleration is v squared over r. No? So, over g, this will become v squared over gr. No? So, yan yung coefficient of static friction dapat. No? V squared over gr. Okay? So, the mu, okay, must be equal to velocity, 95 kilometers per hour. I-convert natin yan. No? Make it written in MPS. So, 95 divided by 3.6. No? Naging ano na lang, 26.389 meters per second. Okay, so V squared over 9.81 times R. R is equal to 85 meters na siya. So, that is 0.835. Yan dapat yung static, no? Static na friction. Okay? Para walay movement, no? Walay movement horizontally. It will just freely roll along a circular path, no? Dili siya mo slide. Okay? So, that's it. Mura di ay na formula sa angle of banking, sir. Okay? Well, actually, yes, no? Kasi, ganito yan. In order for it na walay ano, in order for it na walay, ano si tawagan eh? In order for it na konti lang yung US, okay? Kasi that US na 0.835, napakalaki niyan, no? Napakalaki niyan. So, if medyo mas slide yung ano, yung road, it's better to include what? A banking, okay? Or design a banking, no? So this is the ideal of angle of banking topic, no? Ideal angle of banking. So yung banking has an angle theta, no? Hindi siya ang theta. Yan. Okay, with respect to the horizontal, of course, no? Na siya. Then, centrifugal force is still to the left, okay? And the mu s dito must now be pag ganito. Oops. Downward. But this is not W anymore, but this should be equal to the vertical component, no? W sub Y. Kana siya. Okay? But if we're to make a force triangle dito, there are other forces that may be involved kasi dito, no? Aside from the weight, ito na pabag-on ba? So, muna yung weight, di ba? So, if ito yung centrifugal force, na siya, no? Sini. Okay, so, yung angle of banking is kini siya. Yung theta is kini. Actually, ganito yun, no? I would remove the mu W, okay, if i-remove ko yan, transfer muna natin dito. Okay? Yung resultant na ano dito, na friction must be ito, no? Resultant na friction. So, this should now be R, na R of the friction, resultant of the friction. Yan na siya. Okay? So, yung force triangle na magawa natin mas bigger ito. Yan. Okay? Ito yung force triangle. Bahin natin yung kulay again. So, etong red, it shows the uh, resultant. I mean, the force, no? For the, kini siyang frictional resistance, no? And yung angle niyan, the total angle niyan from the vertical is equal to theta plus the phi. No? Saan lang phi? Dito yan eh. Yung phi is this. Okay, that is the angle from the normal, no? So, if theta ni siya, theta mo ni, okay? Yung angle nito must be equal to the phi. Okay? Angle of friction yung term natin dyan, no? So, yung total na angle nito in this first triangle, okay? Total angle is equal to theta plus phi. Oh, sorry. So, kini siya, kini nga angle is theta plus phi na siya. Okay? If we're to focus on this force triangle, no, it must maintain equilibrium, di ba? Dapat mag-maintain na siya equilibrium by. No? So again, yung angle na ito is theta plus phi. Okay? So ano yung relationship nila? This is the centrifugal force, no? Ito yung weight, ito din yung RF. Okay? Na siya. Move na to. Okay, so again, ito yung centrifugal force and the relationship between the two, okay, is this. In that first triangle, tangent of theta plus phi, okay, is equal yan to what? Centrifugal force over the weight, no? The centrifugal force is V squared mv squared over r, no? Then the weight is m times g. No? So it will go back to this formula. Okay? Tangent of theta plus phi is equal to v squared over gr. Cancel ang m. No? It's v squared over gr. Okay? So, again, theta is the ideal angle of bunking. Phi is the coefficient of friction. No? Now, if we're to look back sa previous problem, finish ang problem, di ba? Uh, there is no bunking kasi theta is 0. So, we could get tangent of phi. No? If maging 0 yung theta, 0 na siya. So, tangent phi na lang. So, yung tangent of phi, that is equal to v squared, okay, over r. So, v again is 26.389, okay, then over gr, so 9.81, okay, times, oh sorry, 9.81 times r. Yung r is 85, okay, na siya. Okay, so ito yung tangent of phi. And we know that tangent of phi is the static friction na siya, no? Coefficient of static friction. So, it should be equal to this 0.385. Okay? So, you may solve it like that if there is no bunking. Now, let's say, mag-include ako ng additional question, no? If if the uh, angle of, if the coefficient of static friction is 0.4, determine the ideal angle of bunking. It means, what is the theta, no? If there is a given static friction, no? So the static friction is equal to 0.4. Okay, so yung theta nito, I mean yung phi nito, okay, must be equal to arc tangent, right? Arc tangent siya of um, 0.4, no? 0.4. So ano yung result niyan? Arc tangent of 0.4 is what? A tan of 0.4. Actually, yung sa calcube, a tan yung denotation yan. A tan. So, that's 21.801. Yun yung phi, no? So, with that, pwede na natin makuha yung tangent of theta or yung theta. Tangent theta plus phi, okay, solve na ito, is equal to v squared over r. I mean gr. V squared over gr. Okay. So, that is equal to V is equal to 95, yan nga yun? 26.389, no? Over GR. Ito lang pala, no? But this is the result for tangent theta plus this 21, no? 0.809 degree. Right? Okay. So, that is equal to this. So, if we would solve for theta, okay, or tangent theta, pwede. This theta plus phi is equal to arc tangent of this. Okay, that is equal to 39. Now, so with that, we can now get theta. Theta is equal to 39.867 in degrees. The minus is, okay, ito pa. So 18.066 degrees. Now, if yan yung radius, no? And V is 95 kilometers per hour or 26.389 meters per second. That is the ideal angle of bunking. Right? Discuss po yan, Sir Jobert. Good, good, good. It's good na discuss na ni Sir Jobert. No? Nice. Kasi kaya mag-inom sa tubig ha kay Hagin. Okay, sige. So, sa mga comment ninyo. Okay, nga nung static man, sir. Again, no? Kasi we're not considering it to move horizontally. No, it shouldn't move horizontally. Though it's moving, no, it's free rolling towards the direction of the circular path, no? But horizontally, it shouldn't be moving. No? So that's why static yung ginagamit. Okay? Let's say ni drift, sir, di na static. Hindi na. If nag-drift na, no? Yung ginagamit na friction dyan must be static na. Okay, sir, i-assume lang na tangent theta plus phi is equal to mu plus e. Well, super elevation e no, is equal yan to vertical over horizontal. No? Over 1 meter horizontal. Now, di ba, tangent theta plus phi, if i-expand natin yan using trigonometric identity, is tangent theta plus tangent of phi, okay, over 1 minus tangent theta, okay, and tangent phi. No? Yan siya. Tangent phi gani. Okay. Now, tangent theta, yan yung super elevation. Like, elevation over 1. Super elevation yung term natin dyan. Di ba? Okay, dito na tayo. Okay. So, super elevation formula. No, in transpo man yan, no? Then, yung tangent phi is mu. No, static friction. Okay? Static friction. And, the same dito, 1, E over 1 times mu s, no? So, if we would simplify that, that is E, tangent theta plus phi is E, uh, over plus mu s, then 1 minus E times mu s. So, mana siya. Okay? Now, most of the time, yung E would be, for example, yung theta is just maliit lang, no? Like 5 degrees. Okay? So, let's say, uh, super elevation is 0.087 or pwede gawin natin 10 degrees ha. Say 0.176 yung super elevation, no? 0.176 meter per 1 meter horizontal, no? And mu s, suppose, is equal to 0.3. Okay? Ano siya. Now, if we would evaluate this, kaya siyang denominator, 0.176 times 0.3 would become 0.947, no? And if that is 0.947, ayan yung magiging denominator, no? So, if natin to, i-evaluate natin to lahat, okay? This will become what? this would become E plus mu, okay, over this, okay, that is equal to 0.503. Ito yung tinatawag nating impact factor. Okay? Ano siya? But actually, in transpo, no, there is that this is being neglected, no? Ano siya? This 0.947 na result, that denominator is being neglected such that uh, instead of using E plus mu s over 1 minus E mu s, and equating it to V squared over GR, so yung ginawa is i-assume lang that the denominator of this would be equal to 1. So, E plus mu s would be equal to V squared over GR. And if V is in kph, no, we'd have to divide it by 3.6 to make it written in uh, MPS. Now, 3.6 squared is equal to uh, 12.96 and G is 9.81. No? 9.81. Ano siya? It's 127 point something. So, this is approximated to 127 over R. Okay? So, dyan galing yung formula na yan. E plus mu in usually ginagamit is F. E plus F is equal to V squared over 127R. No? So, that formula just comes from this ideal angle of banking, only that this denominator is being ignored, no? Because it's approximately equal to equal to 1, no? So, muna siya. The ideal angle of banking at saka the super elevation formula, no? Super elevation. Right? Anyway, since na-discuss na ito ni Sir Jobert, we can just move on from it, no? Move on na ta. Okay, sunod, let's discuss conservation of momentum, no? Apply time. Ito, calculate the recoil velocity of a 5 kilogram rifle that shoots a 0.05 kilogram bullet at a speed of 120 meters per second. Okay? Hint, use conservation of momentum. Unsa man ang conservation of momentum? Okay? Discuss natin, no? Conservation of momentum, okay, is ano siya? Wait, what's happening? Okay. This is the topic of which the momentum before impact of two objects, m sub 1 times v sub 1, no? Plus m sub 2 times v sub 2, no? Is equal yan to the sum of momentum of the object's velocity, of the objects after impact, no? M sub 2 times of v prime sub 2. Okay, so v1, v2, no, are velocities, no? Velocity of object before impacts. Okay? Then yung v primes dito, there are the velocities after impact. Okay? Now, whenever we say velocity, they are signed values, no? This is before impact, after impact. Okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, if we're assuming, uh, right side motion has a positive velocity, no? So, left side motion must be negative. Okay? So, that would mean na if two objects are traveling in the same direction, no? So, yung gagawin natin is V1 and V2 would have the same sign. Okay? Positive natin. If they're traveling in the same direction. But opposite direction gani, no? Then, assuming the first one is positive, the other one must be negative. V2 must be negative. Okay? Then the results, V1 and V sub 1 prime or V prime sub 1 at saka V2, V prime sub 2, they are velocities after impact. If one of them would become negative, then it means it moves towards the opposite direction. Okay? Now, way back 2018, lumabas tong problem na ito, no? Calculate the recoil velocity of a 5 kilogram rifle that shoots a constant 0.5 kilogram bullet, no? At speed of 120. Yung recoil velocity, yan yung velocity of the velocity of the rifle as it goes back, di ba? If the rifle is fired, yung saka. So, mo yung rifle ba no? So, siya yun lang. Okay? If pataka rin draw si Sir Onde. So, ano siya? No? Another guy. Kaya ako pa sila, Sir Ay. Okay? So, Sir, say, the rifle leaves na kaya ko okay. So I mean the bullet no leaves from that rifle. So man siya ang bullet. It's my best na figure for this. So man siya yung bullet no as it leaves the rifle. There will be a recoil velocity. There will be a velocity that would go backward no. So that is why if you would see it in the movies no, people shooting with a rifle would no kanang murag ano nila yung likod ng rifle dito no kasi they are expecting of the recoil no every time they take a shot, okay? So yung makikita nyo let's say sa mga Tagalog movies no yung ang rifle ang naunang nila trrrr, no don't believe that kasi binugo na siya no nakikita marami kayong makita niyan no na murag one hand ng rifle, okay? Meron iba, yung rifle is murag inana lang, no? Nandito yung ano niya, likod. Okay? Musaka gina siya if you are to take a shot. So that's why ilagay niyo siya dito, no? Uh, I don't know how to but that's what that's what I see sa mga militaries during our noon, yung mga training sa amin sa ROTC, ganito talaga dapat. Okay? no? Cardo, sir, anli bala ang handgun. Oh. Mga binugo mo na siya, sign of the pogi mo na tayo. Okay? Trrr. So, dapat, andito yan. Okay? So, ilan yung recoil velocity, no? For this. Well, ito yung mangyari. Okay? So, applying this, okay, M1, V1, M2, V2. Of course, no, if the rifle before firing, wala man ay velocity ang rifle, no? Okay, so zero na siya, no? And so as the bullet, no? So bali the left side dito of the equation is negative, no? Now, at the right side, this would have let's say M1 is the rifle, so 5 kilograms, okay? Times the V1 sa prime, V prime sub 1, na ito yung recoil velocity of the rifle. Okay? M2 is the velocity of the bullet as it moves away. No? It moves at a speed of 120. Okay? So if i-calculate natin yung V1 prime dito, that is equal to what? Negative na, no? Negative of 0.05 times 120 okay, over 5. Okay, so that is equal to negative 1.2. So the negative sign there indicates that it goes away. No? Okay? So the answer is letter C. Ayan yung recoil velocity. I mean, ay, panis ang sound effect ni Sir Gili. Wala man require kay Cardo, sir. Trrr. Katong NPA pa ako, sir. Maugid na amo style sa firing. Okay, next. Yun yung question. Yun. A 23-gram bullet traveling at 230 meters per second penetrates a 2 kilogram block of wood and emerges clearly at 170 meters per second. If the block is stationary by frictionless surface when hit, how fast does it move after the bullet emerges? Okay, so there is a block. Sa akin. So ito yung sorry, smooth surface, no? And ito yung block by ano siya. And yung bullet, no, kung ganiha, unsa man na sir nga bullet sir. Sige na lang na bala. Okay? Amo na siya bala. Amo na siya, no? So this bullet penetrates this, no? So this block is 2 kilograms. 2 kilograms, no? And this bullet naman is 23 grams, no? And its speed is 230 meters per second. Okay? Penetrates a 2 kilogram block of wood and emerges clearly at 170 meters per second. Emerges clearly. Brad, mabuslot din, no? Mabuhok din eh. So, whoosh, no? Nabuslot. Yabo. Okay? No, because of the ano, because of the bullet. Parting igua, no? So, mo-emerge siya. So, before impact, imagine this, no? Parang ganito ba? It will move, okay? Okay. So, balik. So, before, wala pa ni siya, no? Wala pa. So, ganito. Okay? No? Ganyan. So, if the block is stationary by a frictionless surface when hit, how fast does it move? So, how fast does this block move after the bullet emerges? So, apply natin yung conservation of momentum. Okay? So, this is what would happen, no? First, let's take M sub 1 as the mass of the bullet, no, and M2 as the mass of the block. Okay, so sa block, sa bullet, it's 0.023 kilogram. Dapat naka-kilogram tayo, no? And V sub 1, before impact, it's 230. Okay? Now, M sub 2 is equal to 2 kilograms. Okay? Then, it was stationary. Stationary pa siya. Now, it means it's not moving. No? Now, next, maging ito. V1 prime, V2 prime. Okay? Yung V1 prime nito is 170. After it emerges, no? A wood block, its speed becomes 170. Okay? So, we're asked to find the velocity of the block. No? So, kana. That is equal to what? Kini minus kini. Ito yung nasa left kanina. Over kini. Okay, so that is 0.69. Okay, correct? Yan. 0.69. So, wala siya. Board exam problem. No, way back 2018. Somebody's calling. Sino ito? Animation is around the greater animation is. Sinsyain na gid ha. Sinsyain na ako animation. Hindi sir same velocity ang bullet or black kaya nag-merge. No, no. It merges. It doesn't mean nga bro, ano siya, karang bro, musulod siya. Bro, ni lako siya ba? Nabuslot siya. Okay? Well, if nag-stop, no, then the two would have the same velocity. May question na ganyan. Pwede tayo mag-question na ganyan, no? The same as this next problem. Okay, this next problem, ano siya? Ito, board exam problem din, no? 2018. Objects A and B with the same mass, 2 kilograms, undergo a direct central impact, no? Before the impact, A is moving to the right with a velocity of 4, and B is stationary. Okay, determine the velocity of A after impact if the impact is perfectly plastic. So, there are two, ano pala dito, no? Extreme cases in collision, no? So, meron tayong tinatawag na perfectly elastic. Okay? Hello, it's ha. Wait. Iangot ang ako ang matka diri sa pikas ko. Uy. Wait sa guys. Sama na eh. Meron tayong tinatawag na perfectly elastic at saka perfectly plastic. Okay? So, for perfectly elastic, no? Plastic, the objects would stick together, no? Will stick together after impact. Okay? So, sabi niyan, the two would have the same velocity, no? This case, these objects would like ano ba? Move sila, no? From then on, hindi na sila magkakahiwalay, di ba? Now, meron din tayo tinatawag na perfectly elastic, no? So, yung perfectly elastic dito is that kung ano yung rate of approach nila, no? Ayan din yung rate of separation, no? So, for perfectly plastic, the rate of approach or velocity of approach is equal to the velocity of separation. Okay? For example, yung relative speed between two objects is 2 meters per second. Yung pag-separate nila after impact is also 2 meters per second, no? Yan yung perfectly elastic. Okay? Siya. So, in this case, yung gagawin natin, the mass, the speeds would become the same, no? Yung V1 would be equal to V2. Okay? So, M sub 1 is equal to 2. Then V is 4. No? Then M sub 2 is 2, but V sub 2 is 0. Okay? Then, next, that is equal to the mass 2 times V after impact, no? And since the same sila, I'm gonna make both of them V prime. Okay? So, if I would solve for V prime, okay, that is equal to this divided by, pila man na siya? 4, no? Divided by 4. Kasi this will become 4v prime. 4v prime. Okay? So that is equal to 2 meters per second. Ito yung magiging speed, no? By A. And as far as B. Basically, I've got to take this call, no? Kanina pa ito tumatawag sa akin. Seems important, no? So break lang muna tayo. Okay? Break lang muna tayo. Hello, sound check. Sound check, sound check. Okay. So let's continue our discussion. So, sorry if I had to, ano kanina? Take the call. Okay, so are you there? Ready na ba ang lahat? And can you hear me well? Sirabe, tell me if andyan na ba. So we'll be solving this next problem. Perfectly plastic. Ito naman. Another board exam problem. So I've been wanting to see you these guys, no, yung mga past board exam na ito, no? Kasi you have been asking me, sir, marami ba talagang lumalabas na problem sa ano, dynamics sa board exam? Okay? And yeah, marami, no? Ano answer ato last problem, sir? Katong 2 meters per second. Ano? No? Letter B. Okay? Letter B. Yung mati kudasay. So, na siya. Sige, sige. A 2 kilogram object traveling at 1 meter per second collides head-on with a 1 kilogram object initially at rest. Determine the velocity of each object after the impact if the collision is perfectly elastic. Okay? If the object is perfectly elastic. Well, dito yan, no? If there are two objects involved here, no? So, i-draw natin. One is, say, eto. 2 kilogram object, no? Then, eto naman yung 1 kilogram object. So, let's make this smaller, no? To show that it's looks lighter, di ba? It should look heavier. Yan, 2 kilograms. Okay? Then ito, 1 kg. 1 kilogram. No? So, they collide head-on with this object, which is initially at rest. So, ito lang yung moving object. No? Ito lang yung moving object. Bali, it moves like this, no? Sample lang. Chig, 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 chig. Ay, wait. Wala. Take two, take two. Chig, 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 chig. Okay? So, ganun yan, no? But, again, as you can see, sinabi dito, perfectly elastic, no? So, whenever we say perfectly elastic, it's opposite with perfectly plastic, no? So, in this case, the rate of separation is equal to the rate of approach, or rate of approach is equal to the rate of separation. Na kung gaano sila kabilis nagtagpo, no, yan yung rate of approach, ganun din sila kabilis maghiwalay. Ganun, no? So, it means, no, that the velocity, okay, ano ba yung velocity of approach? Well, it's v sub 1 minus v sub 2, no? Yung v sub 1 dito, I'm gonna make this as the ano na lang, finish siyang object 1, no? Yung 1 kilogram, no? Then ito yung object 2. So, break na rin natin. Okay, it must be v sub 2 minus v sub 1. Ito yung velocity of approach nila, no? For example, if the second object, no, that heavier one, moves at 5 meters per second, and one is traveling at 2 meters per second, no, with the same direction, yung difference nila is 3, no? 5 minus 2 is 3. So, ganun yan. Na yan yung velocity of approach. Okay? And this should be equal to the velocity of separation. No? So, yung velocity of separation is V prime sub 1 minus V prime sub 2. No? After the impact na siya. Okay? But before that, okay, before we'll apply this, let's first apply the conservation of momentum. No? So, by conservation of momentum, M1 V1 plus M2 V2 is equal to M1 V1 prime plus M2 V2 prime. Okay, so yung M1 is again the 1 kilogram, no? Ginawa ko yung M1 para klaro na the 1 kilogram, and V1 is its speed. And di ba it says that it's initially at rest, so 0. Now, and M2 is the 2 kilogram, no? Times its speed, 1 meters per second, 1 meter per second. Okay. So that is equal to M1 V1 prime, so 1.0 times V1 prime, V prime sub 1, plus M2 2.0 times V2 prime, or V prime sub 2. Okay? So, this result should be equal to what? Ito, 2, no? This should be equal to 2. Ano siya? Right? So, 1 V1 prime is equal, plus 2 V sub 2 prime is equal to 2. Okay? So, how to find V1 and V2? Ganito, no? Again, V2 minus V1 is equal to V1 prime minus V2 prime. So, yung V2 minus V1, di ba, this is equal to 2, eto 0, no? So, this is the rate, I don't know, 1 pala. This is equal to 1 meter per second. Okay? Then, minus 0. Ito yung rate of approach nila. Now, that's how fast they are closing in, no? Is equal to V1 prime minus V sub 2 prime. Okay? So, from this, we could express V1, no? In terms of V2, and that is equal to what? V1 is 1 plus V2 prime. Ayan siya. Okay, gitamplahan ko kape sa kuwang say. Na. So, this is what? Pwede natin substitute na making V1 prime equal to this. No? So, we can now solve for V2 prime. Now, what is V2 prime? Solving V2 prime. That is equal to negative 0.33 or negative 1/3. Okay. Negative 0.333 meters per second. Now, that means that at the moment that they collide, yung greater object will go back. No, walang mo atras siya, mo recoil siya, no? Because negative siya. If we would solve for V2 prime, okay, yung magiging velocity nito, no, is equal, V1 prime, yung magiging velocity niya is equal to 1 plus V2 prime. So, 1 minus or plus negative 0.333. And that is 0.667. So, it moves to the right. Na yung smaller object will move at a rate of 0.667, not to the right, while the 2 kilogram block would move at the rate of 0.33 to the left. No, go opposite the initial direction niya. Okay? If they are perfectly elastic, no? Okay? So again, if perfectly plastic, mag-collide sila, no, like after impact, they will be together from then on, no, and they will live happily ever after. But yung perfectly elastic, push, okay? Na ay ano, na ay collision, no? Okay? So, kada siya. Well, actually, yung ratio ng rate of approach and rate of separation, we call it as the coefficient of restitution. Okay? A coefficient of restitution, ano ko dito, coefficient of restitution is the ratio, no, of how fast they are restitution. Okay? The ratio of the ano niya, rate of approach and rate of separation. Okay? I mean, rate of separation over velocity of approach. Okay. Mana siya. In this case, yung formula nito, coefficient of restitution, okay, is equal yan to this, no, V1 uh, prime minus V2 prime over V2 minus V1. So, mo na ang formula, no? Rate, coefficient of restitution. Minsan, merong ibibigay na coefficient of restitution, no? And it's ranging from 0, no, to 1, okay? 0 to 1 na siya ang coefficient of restitution. If sasabing 0, no, it means perfectly plastic siya. No, kanina, eto, yung problem natin kanina for perfectly plastic, yung coefficient of restitution niya was equal to 0. No? While for perfectly elastic, okay, is equal to 1. No? Equal to 1. So there are times na magbibigay siya ng coefficient of restitution. For example, na, let's say, i-change natin to. So i-change natin to. No? I'll say the same question, no, but I'm gonna make this ano, pwede nga lagyan natin ng ano, lagyan natin ng motion. Let's say this moves at a rate of 2 meters per second or pwede 3, no? Kini siya head on with an object that moves um, towards the other object at the rate of 2 meters per second. Yan na. Okay, determine the velocity of each after impact if the coefficient of restitution is 0.8 na. Uy, wala lagi nakita. Yan, okay? So, these objects are now moving initially, no? But not at the same direction anymore. Now, this first object moves at the rate of 3.0 meters per second, no? To the right. Okay, while this lighter one, okay, moves at the rate of what? This one moves at the rate of uh, 2 meters per second. Okay? Na siya. So, let's examine what would be the velocity after the impact if the coefficient of restitution niya is 0.8. It just means that the velocity of separation niya is 0.8 times the velocity of approach. No? 0.8 times the velocity of approach. Okay? So, let's figure out na kung ano yung magiging solution. Okay, eto ay. Wait. Okay? So, yung mass na dito, mass of 1 is 2, no? 2 kilogram, mass sub 2 is equal to 1 kilogram. No. Again, ito yung gawin nating um, 1.0 and ito yung 2.0. Okay, the moving object, no? Yung nasa right. Okay. So, yung velocity ni object number 1, okay, it's equal to what? Di ba kanina, it was 0. Ngayon, it now moves at the rate of 2 meters per second towards the other object, no? So, it should be negative 2. No? Kasi opposite direction naman eh. No? This second object, I mean, yung first na mention dyan, yung velocity niya, yung bigger one ito, yung velocity niya is 3 meters per second. No? Positive siya. So, the other one should be negative. Okay? So, speed involve the sign. Okay? Sir, pwede maingon, sir, nga if perfectly elastic, it will move at different direction. Well, I wouldn't say it like that, no, kasi it would depend at their initial motion, no? Either they are moving towards each other or in the same direction. So in this case, the motion niya is towards each other, no? Moving towards each other. Okay? Not the same direction, no? Not the same direction. So, ito yung mga properties. For to solve for V1 prime at saka to V2 prime. No? So how? Again, the formula is M sub 1. Ay, gamitan ko ito ng ano be? Solve block be. Okay? So, para dali ra itong pag-calculate, no? Para pwede ra siya ma-ship solve, no? So, yung constraints dito, yung formula dito is M sub 1 times V sub 1 plus M sub 2 times V sub 2, no? Is equal to M sub 1 V sub 1 prime plus M sub 2 times V sub 2 prime na siya. Okay, ito yung first na formula, no? So, this should be what? This should be M sub 1, 1.0 times velocity is negative 2 kasi it moves to the left, no? M sub 2 naman is 2. It moves to the right. Now we're making this 3. Okay. Then, equal to 1.0 times V sub 1 prime and plus 2.0 V sub 2 prime. Na siya. Now, the other formula dito is the coefficient of restitution. Again, coefficient of restitution is equal to this. Na. Equal to that. So, if that's 0.8, then yung V1 prime minus V2 prime is equal to 0.8, no? 0.8 of the rate of approach. Ano sa may rate of approach? Rate of approach is 3 minus negative 2. Okay? Yan yung rate of approach. Bali, as you can see, if 3 ang bigger object, then 2 yung smaller object towards each other, the relative speed nila is 5 meters per second, di ba? Relative speed. So that's why this would become 5. So 0.8 to 5. That is equal to 4. No? 0.8 to 5 is 4. So the second equation dito is V1 prime minus V2 prime, okay, is equal to 4. No? So, mala siya. So, assume, no? Assume tayo, assume na V1 prime is equal to 1, V2 prime is also equal to 1. Okay. Assumption lang na sila. Hinala mo na basta mag-solve din sa matkad. Okay. So, this would be find the values of V1 prime and V2 prime. So, V1 prime is this. V2 prime is this. Okay. I-ship solve na lang ako para dali ira. So, what would happen dito is the velocity of the first would become 4, no? V1 prime, okay? Pura na siya o ginani. V2 prime is this. Okay? The V1 prime pala nito, okay, becomes equal to uh, 0. Now, V2 prime becomes 0. V1 prime is 1. Is 4. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin yan, after impact, diba? Ito man to before impact, no? Before impact. After impact, okay, before impact na siya. Kasi magbangga na sila, no? Bangga na sila. Whoosh. Okay. So, after impact, yung magiging velocity nito is 4, no? Yung 4 na siya. Okay? Then, eto mo stop. No, the velocity of this second one would stop. Okay? Mo stop siya. Like, it becomes stationary. No? Maging 0. Okay? Because of that. No? So, yan. Mana siya? Libog. Ayaw kalibog. Pero may man ko, perfectly elastic na siya. Sa mga ay. Wait. Wala ko kasabot ari ba tungkol sa 0? What do you mean? Wala mo kasabot tungkol sa 0? Uh, again ha? So, naging stationary yung second object na yung bigger object diyan. Okay? Now, let's say I'm gonna make this smaller object move at a smaller rate, like 1 meter per second lang. But while the bigger object is medyo mabilis, no? 3 meters per second. Di ba, you'll find na lagpot gining 4, ay gining 1 kilogram, no? And i-change ko yung balik tayo, like, what if I'm gonna make this lang, M1 V1 prime, M1 V1 okay, plus M2 V2. Yun lang equation ang gagamitin ko na talaga, no? Well, ito is E times V2 minus V1. Okay? And ito yung mga given. Just give me a sec, ha? So again, let's say, muna siyang mga given, no? So what would happen to this? Okay, so where to solve for V2 prime and V1 prime? Wait, nga naman eh. So, E. Di ko na, ano yung E? E is 0.8. Okay. Oops. M1 prime. Uy, dapat naka-unit of meter per second. Meter per second. Sorry ba to? Okay, so ito yung magiging speed nila. Okay. So, ito yung mga equations na na-involve, no? Ito lang, two equations, two unknowns man siya, no? So, what would happen here? If the smaller object, example tayo, ano man ha? Sige na this is the smaller object. Ito naman yung larger object, no? So, if they collide, they initially move towards the same direction. Okay? Towards the same direction. Mas mabilis yung bigger object, ito yung 2 kilogram, ito naman yung 1 kilogram, no? And since they travel the same direction, and mas mabilis to, 3 meters per second, 1 meter per second, what would happen? After impact, the speed of the smaller object, the V, the object 1, would be 3.8, lagpot siya, push. Well, mahina ito. Okay? Mahina ito. that case, no? For this case, if the E is 0.8, no? Naintindihan? No? No? So, manay conservation of momentum. Sir, kani pasabot sa zero. Ay, hala. Okay, sige. Kanina, did I make it zero? Sige be, sige be. Sorry, di siya na been 2 pala, no? So, going back to the previous problem, kini siya, that should have been 2, no? So, instead of 0, sorry about that. So, I should have gotten, 0.33. Correct? So, 0.33 na siya. The V1 sa prior should be 1.33. Ito pala yung tamang sagot, no? Positive 0.33. And since positive siya, it still moves towards the same direction. Hindi siya matras. No, but ano siya? Push. No? But mas mabilis yung smaller object. Malagpot mo na siya. Boom. Malagpot mo na eh. Okay? Gana. Boom. No? But ito, still goes on. But at slower rate. At a rate of 0.333. So, sorry about that kanina. No? That should have been save. No? Na zero na ko. Pasaylo ka yung taon ko. No? Tao lang po. Nagkakamali. Charot. Sir, para sa coefficient, what is always the V2? Bigger velocity? Eto eh. If they're colliding towards this direction, no? Pwede ka na ang imuhang V2 is based on our formula is yung faster, no? Yung nasa likod. Of course, how could they collide if sample mo na sila, no? Na if they travel towards this direction, para mag-collide sila, mas faster gini siya. No, the slower gini siya. So, V2 is the faster one. Okay? V1 is the slower one. No? But there are times na they have the same velocities but opposite direction. No? Di ko mapasaylo. Uy. Gamitan niya po ng conservation. No, in this case, conservation of momentum talaga. Okay? Conservation of momentum. Sign of the pogi muna tayo dyan. Scroll down pala yung. So, going back to the latest, last problem na ito, man siya. You want another example? Last example na lang? Kini siya ang kini gi-change lang din ako. No, what if 1 meter per second to the left, then 3 meters per second to the right yung object 2, no? This is the result, no? Na siya. Yes. So last example sa kini, no? Kini ay. The bag A having a weight of 6 pounds is released from rest at the position theta equal to 0, now as shown. After falling to theta equal to 90 degrees, theta na siya, no? Not U, but theta. Okay? Scroll down na to para di mo gibog. It strikes an 18-pound box B. If the coefficient of restitution between the bag and box is 0.5, determine the velocities of the bag and box just after impact, no? And question, what is the loss of energy during collision? Okay. So, let us solve this. Okay? Ang solve mo na ba? Well, ganito. First, i-apply muna natin yung conservation of energy. Na conservation of energy muna tayo. Of energy. Yung conservation of energy is just like a variation siya of the uh, work energy equation, no? So, in this case, applying conservation of energy, ano siya, yung kinetic energy at point 1 plus potential energy at point 1 should be equal to kinetic energy at point 2 plus potential energy at point 2. No? Now, yung mga springs, they could be considered as potential energy. No? Ano siya. Now, here, at the moment the bag is released from A, zero yung kinetic energy niya. No? Kasi release lang man. No? And we may say that its potential is weight times height. The weight is equal to, pila to? The weight is equal to 6 pounds. So 6 pounds. Then times its height. Its height is 3 feet. Yeah, 3 feet. Okay, 6 pounds and 3 feet. Okay. And at the moment it strikes the block, no, its kinetic energy would become 1 half mv squared, no? Mv squared. Ito yung velocity ng bag A, no? Velocity ng bag A, yeah, at the moment of impact, okay? And the mass nito, is equal to its weight, 6 pounds, no? Over G, di ba? Mass is weight over G. Then the potential energy dyan is 0 if we're to make that line of impact as shown as the reference line, no? So this is how to get the velocity, no? So that is square root of kini, divided by kini. Right? So 13.9, no? The moment of impact, 13.9 feet per second na yung velocity ni A. Now, before impact na siya. Okay? So ito yung gagamitin natin, no, in determining the velocity after impact. So after impact, okay, after impact, ito yung mangyari. Mag-apply tayo sa conservation of momentum. Again, conservation of momentum is this. M1 V1, no, plus M2 V2 equal to M1 V1 M2 V2. Or pwede natin gawin A o B, no? M sub A V sub A plus M sub B V sub B, okay, is equal to M sub A B prime of A M sub B at saka V prime sub B. No? Again, VA and VB are the velocities after impact. No? So, yung known dito are the masses. Mass of A is 6 pounds yung weight. So, 6 over G. 6 over 32.2. No? Then, its velocity right before impact is 13.9. Yan. Well, B, it's stationary. No? 18 pound ito daw pero stationary lang man yan. So, 0 rin siya. 18 over 32.2. 0 rin eh. No, kasi VP is 0. Yan. Okay, are you following? Now, MA, again, is this. MV is this. So, ito yung magiging equation. Yan. Ito yung magiging equation, no? What's happening? Nagpulang man, ba? Pagamihan, pagamay. Yan. Okay? So, muna siya equation. Pwede natin ma-simplify. This is equal to what? 2.59 is equal to pila man eh. O pwede nga natin i-cancel yung G, no? maging ano siya, 6 times 32.2, 83.4 is equal to 6 V sub prime A, okay? Plus 18 V sub prime B, okay? V prime sub B. Ano siya? I-cancel na lang nako ang G, i-multiply na lang nako ang 32.2 both sides. Alright? No? So, ito yung parang equation 1. Now, equation 2 must be taken from the coefficient of restitution. Again, the formula of coefficient of restitution is rate of separation should be, over rate of approach. E is V1 prime minus V2 prime. So, yung V1 natin dito is A, yung V2 is B. No? A, B. And the left side motion is positive. No? So, this is at to be 0.5. 0.5 daw yan. No? So, 0.5 na siya by V prime A minus V prime B is 0.5 of VA 13.9 minus 0 kasi stationary yung isa. So, 6.95. No? 6.95 yung difference of VA and VB. So, we could say that VA, okay, is equal to 6.95 plus VP prime. Na. Okay? So, applying the conservation, substituting that here in this formula, this is equal to this, no? And so for V prime sa B. Okay? Ito yung maging velocity ng block na after the impact or box 1.7375 meters per second, no? And positive na, it means it goes to the left, no? Kasi we're assuming left motion is positive, no? And yung VA, that is equal to what? This, no? Making VB equal to this, it's, wait, parang may mali, 0.5. Wait VB prime 6.95. Mo lagi ni. May correct with that? £6 and 18 pound box. Okay. Na-confuse ako sa yung solution ng book why the same yung nakuha namin this. Mo na siya, sakto lagi ni. No, so ito yung magiging velocity after impact. Alright? Conservation. Okay, sakto lagi na. Sakto na siya. The book has a wrong solution. I'm certain of that. Work energy equation na, sir. Sir, ngano gani na zero ng potential energy? It's because I am assuming na yung line of impact dyan is the exact reference, no? Sir, hindi po ba VB minus 1? Sa ganito po siya. Wait, ha? VB minus... No, 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 no. Yung VA prime... Ah, okay. Dito pala nagkamali. Dapat baliktad to. Baliktad to. VB minus VA. Dito ako nagkamali. Okay? So, VB minus VA yan dapat. No? So, yung VB, it must be equal to 6.95 of VA. Sama na si Sir Ay. So, dapat yung i-calculate ko pala dito is the VA. No? Ito yung i-calculate ko dapat. VA. Right? Yung VA, ito, tama to. Is negative 1.7357, no? So, ito yung velocity ng bag. No? Velocity ng bag. Okay? Velocity of the bag is negative 1.7375 meters per second. It means it moves back after impact. Okay? At the rate of 1.7 375. Okay? Then, VB prime, okay, sa VB prime, sorry, nagkabaliktad. Must be equal to this, so negative, negative ni dapat, negative. Yan. So, it's equal to 5.213. Ito yung velocity of the box which was initially stationary. And positive siya, it means pas-pas kayo. Pero gano'n siya guys, imagine na. If this is the object ng bag, ito yung box. No? Yan na. No, so, push. So, gano'n siya. So, sorry, nagkabaliktad. Okay? So, muna siyang first part for this morning, no? Now, after this, I have to go to engineering econ. Introduction to engineering econ, no? Econ sa ta. Mga basic lang sa economics. Okay? Basic sa engineering econ. So, let's talk about simple interest. Okay? So, simple interest is defined as fixed percentage of the principal, now the amount of money borrowed, and multiplied by the life of the loan. Now, thus, the formula is the interest is simply the principal amount times the rate of interest times time. No, time is the life of the loan. Okay, so R is interest rate in decimal. No, and time is let's say number of years. No, so it is understood that T and R refer to the same unit of time. Let's say year. No? So if R is expressed in terms of year, if R is expressed in terms of year, T must be number of years. Now, if R is per month, T must be per month. Yeah, mas bet pag-usapan ang pera, no? So, mas okay na dire. Yeah. So, normally, when a simple interest loan is made, nothing is repaid until the end of the loan. No? Then, both of the principal and accumulated interest are repaid. Now, the total amount due can be expressed as F is equal to P plus I, no? And if that is equal to RT, that should have been RT, no? R times T. That's what I used in this formula. So the formula becomes uh, F is equal to, so ba yun? F is equal to P times 1 plus RT. Okay? Huwag kang man. So, bali, na siya. Only the payment is to be made at the end of, ano, ay, dali siya ba? Dito lang yung payment. No? Bakit? Dito yung payment. No? Siya. F. Ito yung RT. No? PRT. Ito yung P. Okay, so the total is P times 1 plus RT. Okay? Example tayo. Example. An amount of 20,000 is deposited for a period of 8 years. Compute the interest if it was made at simple interest rate of 18%. So, sa yung graph, okay, pwede tayo mag-mathcad. Ito, Engineering Econ, Part 1. Economics, Part 1. So, yung P dito is 200,000. Okay? While yung T is equal to 8 years, no? Yung R, that's equal to 18%. Okay? 18% is 0.18. Right? Now, compute the interest. So, interest na napanap. So, that is equal to PRT. Okay? So, PRT, that is equal to 200,000 times 0.18 times 8. Na. So, yung interest niya after 8 years will become 288,000. No? If we're asked to find the total amount due, no? Kung ikaw ang nangutang, ito yung dapat babayarin mo, no? F is equal to P plus I, no? So, P is equal to sana P is equal to 200,000. So, then I is equal to 288,000. Oh, mas dako pa. Mas dako pa interest, 488,000. So, yan yun. Yan yung interest rate. Amount due. Okay? Others would say it's the future worth. Yes, that would be the future worth of your money. Now, after 8 years, now, if you are investing it to an investor that would pay you, promised you to pay 18% simple interest. No? So, mo na siya. Kasi samantala, sir, may pa sa crypto. As if hindi kayo natatalo sa crypto, no? Ito naman, next question. Engineer Minancilio borrows from a loan firm an amount of 100,000 pesos with a rate of simple interest of 20%. Okay? But the interest was deducted from the loan at the time the money was borrowed. If at the end of 1 year she has to pay the full amount of 100,000, what is the actual rate of interest? Okay? In this case, parang the loan daw is 100,000 pero yung simple interest daw is 20%, but it's automatically deducted from the loan. Ibig sabihin yan, though she's loaning at a worth of 100,000, she could only receive the 80%. No? Ganun. So, to solve this, it asks for the actual interest rate. No? Pwede natin gamitin yung formula F is equal to P times 1 plus RT. Okay? Or, pwede yung I is equal to ano na lang. I is equal to PRT. No? Pwede yan na lang. Pero, ano yung I? So, again, yung I is equal to 20% of 100,000. No? That is equal to 20,000. Yan yung interest. No? And it's deducted. Ibig sabihin yan, instead of 100,000 as the present worth, yung P has become ano? 100,000 minus that, no? 20,000. And yung F is the 100,000 in this case, no? F is 100,000, no? So, pwede, ito na lang yung gamitin. 20,000, then P is 80,000, and use this formula, no? Kana siya. To get R is equal to I over P times T, no? So, yung I, the interest is 20,000, and yung actual P is equal to 80,000, no? And for how many years is this? At the end of 1 year. No? So, 1 year lang yan. So, ibig sabihin yan, the interest pala is 25%, not really 20%. No? Maro kaayo. Kinsa na si Engineer Minancilio, sir? Well, she's the future Mrs. Onde. Hmm. Okay. Now, there are times of which the time is not in years, no, but in days. Now, and for days, there are what we call ordinary um, simple interest at saka exact simple interest. So, in ordinary simple interest is 1 year is equivalent to 360 days, no? While yung exact is 1 year is equal to 365 days, no? And 366 for year for ano, one leap year. Okay? Ano siya? For example, in this next problem, kini. Okay? A student borrows 3,000 from his uncle in order to, dili mo. Ano gani? What is the ordinary interest on 15,000 for 182 days? Okay, so ordinary interest lang. So, for ordinary interest, I think for number 3 na ito, no? The interest I is equal to PRT, no? So, here, since ordinary lang, uh, P is 15,000 and R is 5.2. This R must be like rate for a year, no? And time should be in terms of years, no? But since 182 lang, divide this by 360. Now, T becomes 182 over 360, and that is equal to 394.33. Yan yung interest rate. What time taron, sir? Unsa naman oras? 10:57. Okay. Ito, 11:30, no? 11:30. Okay. The exact simple interest of 50,000 invested from June 21, 2020 to December 25, 2020 is 1,000. What is the rate of interest? Okay. How to solve this? So, for this one, ito yung mangyari. Now, from June 21, ilan yung number of days? Now to June, ay December 2020, December 25. Okay? So, i-count natin. Now, i-count natin yung number of days. Okay? So, how? Sulat natin, no? Yung remaining days. June, July, August, okay? September, October, November, December. Now, since we are to, since the loan has to be paid on December 25, so there are 25 days lang, no? Dito sa December 25. Okay, 1 through 25. No, November has 31 days. I mean, 30 lang pala. No? October has 31. September has 30. Na-alternate mo na, no? Except sa July and August. So, eto 31, 31 mo na sila, no? And June has only 30, no? Only 30 days. Am I correct? No? So, dapat you must know that, ha? Now, number of days from 22nd to 30th. Pila man ka number of days. So, dapat mag-first count ka sa 22, no? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. No? So, there are 9 days na sa June, no? And from 22 to 30, na 9 yung count dyan. 9 full days. So, July, August, so, kana siya. Okay? So, i-count yung T. I mean, total number of days. So, that's 9 plus 31 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 25. Okay? That's 187. 187. So, question. What is the rate of interest? No? R. It says that, I mean, I. Yung I pala is given. No, yung I is equal to 1,000. No? We're asked to find R. Ilan daw yung R? So, to get that, gamitin natin yung formula. I is equal to PRT. No? So, I over PT ni siya. Okay? So, yung I is 1,000. Yung P is equal to 50,000. But how about the time? Yung time is 187 over exact month. So, for exact, 365. No? So, that's it. That's it. But you would say, sir, kuan man ka ng 2020 is leap year. Is it though? Leap year ba 2020? No? Naalala ko 2020 is COVID year. eh. So it is, no? How do we know that? If it's divisible by 4, of course it is. 2020 divided by 4 is a whole number. It has a 29th day, no? So leap year siya. So pwede naman 366 pero you would see that dili man kayo sila lagyo, no? 0.039 pa rin, no? If you would make it 366, no? So about 3.9% is the interest. Okay? About 3.9%. Kana siya. Dala kalendar ka emperador sa board exam. Oh, kana. Dynamics econ. Okay? Uy, so ba ni? Meme muna tayo. Kung ang tubo ay interest, ano naman ang tumutubo? Ano? Interesting. Hi. Alo, yung Captain America eh. Okay, so good. Next. Compounded interest naman tayo, no? So, ano yung compounded interest? So, compounded interest is the interest gained by the principal, including the interest it earned from the last compounding period. Thus, the interest earned in the preceding period is added to the principal to earn another interest in the next compounding period. Okay, so for annual compounding, F is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to N. For non-annual, no, let's say monthly yung compounding, no, or semi-annually or quarterly, there is over M, no, where R is the nominal rate of interest. Okay, or pwede, we're gonna make this F is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. Yung I is the periodic interest na siya, no, interest rate per period. N is the number of compounding periods. So what does that mean? For example, if interest rate is just compounded annually, like every year nag-earn ng money, then you're gonna make R equal to I or I equal to R, no? Kung ilan yung yearly interest. But if yung interest rate is compounded monthly, then yung I is equal to the nominal rate, good for 1 year, no, divided by 12, no? So, ganun siya. Yan yung maging interest rate per month. If quarterly naman yung interest rate, no, divide the nominal rate by 4, no? So, I should be per period. Okay? And the N dyan is number of periods, no? Number of periods. Para mas magets. Example na yun. Example na yun. Marahaw pa ang interest sir ni Tubo. Kami mga mugbo. Wa yun, ha? Okay, sige. A student deposits 1,000 in a savings account that pays interest at the rate of 6% per year, compounded annually. If all the money is allowed to accumulate, how much will the student have after 12 years? Okay, so here, the keyword for it to be a compounded is compounded, no? It's the word compounded annually, no? If simple pa ito, then it would just clearly say simple interest, no? So, di na ka ma-worry, di ba? In figuring out if it's compounded or not. Okay? So here, the present worth is $1,000, no? And it says that it is deposited in a savings account, no, that pays interest of 6% per year. Okay? 6% per year. So yan yung R, no? And since compounded annually yan, that should also be the I. Okay? I is equal to 0.06, no? If all the money is allowed to accumulate, how much will the student have after 12 years? Okay, so the interest is equal to what? I mean, the future worth, accumulated worth, okay, is equal to P times 1 plus R over M or I raised to N. Ganun siya. Ito yung formula for compounded interest. Okay? So, what is the answer to this? Yung P is 1,000. Yung I is 0.06, no? And yung N is number of years, 12. Okay? Ganun. And that is equal to 2,012.196. Now, yan yung accumulated worth. Bali, ang 1,000 mo ay magiging 2,012 after 12 years, no? So, it means like yung interest earned mo, okay, is equal to 1,012.196, no? Yan na siya. Yes, 1,012.196. Pero, hindi pa ito kasali yung ano ha, yung tax, no? Yung, saan na siya? Withholding tax, no? Bali, considering ba that we're not gonna include the withhold tax in banks man, di ba? Those of you na nag-bank na, you'll see in ano man in tax, no? Gina-deduct siya sa mga na-earn na interest. Okay? bangko ra may mo dato ala sir. Oh, ana and also you must be aware no that in banks uh kuan kanang napakaliit ng interest sa mga mga uh, banks, yung mga commercial banks like BDO, BPI, as in, napakaliit. No? So, it's not good that you're gonna place your money. It's not enough no, na i-place mo yung money mo dyan. Um, kayo sir, if loan, dagko kayo o saan eh? Dagko kayo ang mga interest if giloan. Okay. Another, eto, password di siya. In 1626, Peter Minuit convinced the Wappinger Indians to sell him Manhattan Island for $24. Okay? If the Native Americans had put the $24 into a bank account paying 5% interest, how much would the interest worth in the year of 2000 if the interest were compounded monthly? Okay? So how to solve this? Well, compounded monthly na siya, no? Compounded monthly. So here we're gonna involve M and its M is 12. Now, somebody asked, sir, ano yung kaibahan ng R and M? Yung R, yan yung nominal rate, or good for 1 year na siya, no? And that is this 5%, no? So it means the total interest no, rate per year is 5%, no, per year na siya, no? Yung I, para klaro, is the interest rate per period. So 5% over 12. No? So that is equal to 0.0042. 417 pala. No, 4166 gani, no? So yan yung rate per month, no? It means ganito ha para mas magets. If you are putting your money, say you have 100,000, no? In this bank, every month, ito yung ma-earn mo for exactly 100,000, no? If nag-earn siya ng 5%, no, per month, okay? So you could earn 416 5% per year nominal. So per month is 0.416667%, no? So ito yung maging earning mo or interest accrued, no? Interest earned per year. I mean per month, okay? Ano siya? So question, for this, if P is $24, ilan yung maging money sana nila? No? So, it's equal to what? Take note, need pa natin kunin yung T. Yung T, I mean yung N, must be equal yan to number of compounding periods. Hindi siya number of years, no? What do I mean with that? Well, it's total number of years then times number of compounding period per year. So, 2,000 minus 1626, no? Yun yung total number of years, multiply it by 12. There are 4,488 months, no? Like, every month, no, nag-earn siya ng money for 4,488 months. So, yung magiging future worth sana would become what? Again, the formula is F is equal to P times 1 plus I raised to N. Okay? So, substitute. Okay, P is equal to $24 and I is this, no? Or 5% over 12. Okay? Or 0.05 over 12. Then yung I, no? R over M. Then over this 4,488. Okay? And eto sana yung magiging pera nila, no? 3 million. 3 million, 52 million, 428,613. Eto sana yung pera, no? If they place that money in a bank that earns 5% nominal rate, no? 5% per year. Okay? Patay naman sa taan ay for pila ka years, no? For pila ka months, 4,488. You know what, guys? May share ako sa inyo, no? Ito ay, there are good banks na earning interest. Okay? Maybe you'd like to try this, no? Number one, for me, it's Cbank. Okay? Try to look at its app store, no? It's a bank connected with the connected with the Shopee. Okay? Shopee, no? And yung interest rate nila is actually 6% okay, per year, but compounded daily, no? Meron ding Kumu, no? By East West, okay? Yung interest rate ng Kumu is I think 5%, no? 5% ba 'yun? Or 6% din. Let me check my Kumu. Mga digital banks na sila. I just want to share to you, if you are saving your money, no, in banks, better place them in digital banks. In fact, ngayon, yung Kumu is balik sila to 2.5%, no? 2.5% na lang pala ito, no? And meron ding CIMB. Yung CIMB is like, ano ito? Uh, Makonect ito sa GCash, no? I think yung interest rate nila is 4%. But, ito, try this, no? Yung Cbank, no? If you would place your money there, it would earn every day, no? It would earn every day. For example, dito, let's say you place your 100,000 in Cbank, no? Daily, you would earn this interest 6% over 365 days. Ano siya? That's what you must earn. Mine before ano pa yan? Before tax. So at least every day nag-earn ka lang ganito, no? Kasi 10% yung tax, no, withholding tax. So effectively times lang uh, 90%, no? So bali yan yung magiging interest mo. Interest earn mo, no? Okay? So, try nyo mo ana. Legit yung Cbank ni try ko 50k kada adlaw tubo. See? Metrobank sir, hindi yan tumutubo. Napakaliit niyan. Sponsored ata si sir, dili ay. How about Maya Bank sir? Yeah, parang ang Maya sa PayMaya, they are also 6%, no? I have Maya but um right now I choose Cbank, no? Kasi yung earning sa Cbank is medyo malaki, no, than the Maya. Though 6% ang Maya, it compounds money monthly, I think. No, yung compounding niya is monthly. Not annual, not daily. Okay? Paano mag-cash in ng pera dyan, sir? Pwede kuhan through other banks, to GCash, Bigo Live, Shopee, GCash, it's not earning an interest. Okay? Or, if you wanna earn, wag niyo ilagay yung money niyo sa ano lang, sa mga digital banks, no? Ay, sa banks. I mean, bank pa rin, pero not through, deposit accounts, but ano ka ng, uh, mutual funds, no? Or bonds, no? Invest mo sila. Try, or check, uh, First Metrosec. First Metrosec. Dito ako nag-trade and nagbabay ng stocks. Ay, nagbabay ng, yeah, stocks and mga mutual funds, no? Maganda yung First Metrosec, no? If you wanna earn. Alright. So, manain. Mag-economics na magid kayo tani, no? Ano magid na? Okay. Okay, sige, next problem. An amount of 1,000 becomes 1,608.44 after 4 years, compounded bi-monthly. Find the nominal rate. Nominal interest. Nominal interest rate na siya. So, ganito, no? Of course, yung interest earned mo is 608.44. Pero, using the formula, F is equal to P times 1 plus R over M raised to N, no? So, yung F mo becomes 1,608.44. Okay? Yung P is 1,000. So, we're asked to find R, yan yung nominal rate of interest. And yung M dito is what? Bi-monthly man. It means every after 2 months, no? So, dapat 6 na siya for bi-monthly. M is equal to 6, no? Kasi there are 6 2 months period in a year, no? Uh, Bi-monthly. Okay? So, R is what? Sorry. This is raised to 4. Wait, ano man ito? Ano man yung N? Yung N should be equal to 4 times 6. There are 24, a total of 24 2-month periods, not 24 2-month periods, no? Or interest periods, no? So, raised to 24 na siya. So, for R, pila man? So, if you would, so for R, I think, pwede siya isolve like this, 1,608.44 over 1,000 raised to, or kini siya kay square root, 24th root, no? Then minus 1, then times 6. Ano? So, 0.12, no? 0.12. Or that is what in percent? Multiply it by 100%. Okay? Pila mo na. Exactly 12 yun. Exactly 12. Okay? So, that is the nominal rate. No? So, it earns 12% per year. Now, compounded bi-monthly. Right? Kana. Ayas. Magawas ng nasboard ang Saybank, sir. Ala. Okay? So, kana. Next. Sa paman. Lo. What are you? Sa Isa guys. Now, meron din tayong tinatawag na compounded continuously, no? So, unsa man na siyang compounded continuously? Okay? Balik muna tayo dito. Okay, so, eto, actually, dili man ni siya ingon nga, ano, I mean, like, wala may nanigid, pero for the sake of, ano lang ba, let's say the interest is compounded every hour, every minute, no? Let's say it's earning uh, every moment. So, ilan yung maging amount, no, for 20 years? For compounded continuously, for compounded continuously, the formula is F is equal to PE raised to RT. No? Raised to RT. Okay? So, yung R dito is the nominal rate, no, yearly rate, and T is number of years, no? So, if 1 million is invested to an account, okay, earning 8% compounded continuously, what is the amount after 20 years? So, R is equal to 0.08 times T. T is 20. So, ito yung magiging money, no? Yung 100,000 mo, ay yung 1 million mo, may correct? Yung E dito, mali na naman. na, na-use ko yung ano, na-use kong 0.8 yung E, no? E is 2.7, sige ng E sa ano? Wait mo na ha. Change natin ito, okay? Na-use ko yung E kanina na 0.8. So, yung E is of course equal to 2.7 something, no? That's 2.718. Okay? So, it would become 4,953,032, no? Your money if the interest rate is indeed compounded continuously na every hour, every minute na is kang makita. Okay? Kasi compounded nga continuously. Walang break hasta sa gabi na ni. Okay, sige, sige. Mag-break na lang tayo. We'll be exploring more of this later, no? Ano? Ha? Gusto nyo makita yung pag-propose ko, guys? Who among you wants to see? Pakita ko sa inyo, ha? Flex ko lang ba? Wala man, gaya sa internet, eh. Let me check sino yung naka-video. Isa ha. Flex ko lang. Wait, wait. Wait ko na ha. Eto. Guys, nayabag ko na. Dugay mo siya nag-yes.
Babe, I love you. And I want to spend my whole life with you. So will you marry me?
Charot. Ano to? Bye-bye! Kamu yung gising sa laing relasyon ay. Yes, she said yes. So that's it, guys.
Sabi nila parang
Ano to?
hangin ay kupli.
Mana. Ito, okay. Sige, so see you later, no? Continue tayo sa engineering economics, no? We'll discuss annuities, no? Equal uniform series and more, right? That'll be later, guys. All right. Goodbye and God bless.